Welcome back to another installment of the Neighborhood Kitchen. Well, I got a special weekday treat for you guys. We're gonna do a little weekday barbecue today. So on today's menu, we have Alabama style barbecue chicken, and I've been itching to do this recipe. Real simple. We're gonna take a whole chicken. We're gonna spatchcock it. You know what that is. It's when I take the chicken, split it open, and remove the bones. Why do I do that? Because I like chomping things up. No, the reason that you want to spatchcock a chicken for something like this, or anytime you're putting a chicken on the grill or the barbecue, unless you're going low and slow, like if you want to eat like relatively soon, spatchcocking it and deboning it is going to give you a more even cook, and it's going to give you a quicker cook. All right, so we're going to take a chicken, we're going to spatchcock it, we're going to debone it, we're going to marinate it in Alabama-style barbecue sauce, which is an anomaly in the barbecue community. Alabama-style barbecue sauce is a white barbecue sauce. Yep, you heard me. It's white. It's mayonnaise-based. So for you people out there that like start clenching your buttholes when you hear mayonnaise, don't freak out, because if I didn't tell you there was mayonnaise on this thing, you would never know. All it is delicious, juicy, tender, and perfect. To accompany our Alabama-style chicken, we're going to have a simple yet healthy whole wheat pasta salad with baby fall tomatoes and some shallot and some grilled chicken for a little extra punch, some bocconcini. It's going to be wild, so stay tuned. Let's get to that Alabama sauce first. So let's make our Bama sauce. Now this, like I said, this is a mayonnaise-based sauce, so all you people that are terrified of mayo, walk away. So first you're going to start with 1.25 cups of mayonnaise. Use a good mayonnaise. I'm using the olive oil-based Hellmann's. You want 3/4 cup each of... You want 3/4 cup of either distilled white vinegar or apple cider vinegar. I'm using the apple cider vinegar because I think it tastes better. You certainly could use white. White just has a little bit more... It's just got a little bit more horsepower. I like the sweetness in the apple cider vinegar. You're going to use 1 teaspoon of lemon juice and 1/2 teaspoon each of Worcestershire sauce and hot sauce. I'm, of course, using Frank's. You could use whatever kind of hot sauce you like. Now, let's talk about our seasonings. We have 1.25 teaspoons of kosher salt. I have 1 tablespoon of white pepper, 1 teaspoon each of onion powder, essence, garlic powder, and granulated sugar. And that's it. It's a pretty simple sauce, so let's just get it going here. So, start with your mayonnaise, of course, okay? Just get all of that goodness in there. All that nice, jiggly, white, fluffy mayonnaise. I can hear you people cringing. It's fucking hilarious to me, okay? Now, this is going to make about 2 cups, okay? I'm going to use probably... about half of this for the marinade, okay? And the other cup I'm going to use, for basting and for garnish after the fact. All right, so there we go. There's our mayonnaise. Get that all scraped off here. Okay, every last bit helps. All right. Now we're going to add our vinegar. And this is a pretty simple sauce. It's just, pump and dump here. And this stuff is great on chicken. Like I said, that's what we're using it for. It's also good on pork, okay? It's good on French fries. You want to dip your French fries in it. You want to use it as a burger sauce, you can. And, of course, we're going to add all of our seasonings. Come on, get in there. Humidity is a bitch, huh? All right, so there you go. It's all in there, and now you just got to whisk it together and get it all incorporated, all right? That's it, and that's pretty simple. And you're just going to let it set up for a minute, all right? And... This is what we're going to marinate our chicken. It's going to tenderize the chicken a little bit, okay, because of the vinegar. And it's also going to infuse it with just an incredible amount of flavor. And you're not going to see the mayonnaise. It's going to dissolve into the meat and make it super moist, super tender, really flavorful, okay? And it's also going to help crisp it up a little bit because, again, this is mayonnaise, right? And mayonnaise is a good agent for that. And there we go. That's our white sauce. Very simple. That would be good on a flip-flop right there. The Bama sauce is done. Now, let's address that chicken. So let's spatchcock this chicken. You've seen me do this before. First, what you want to do is you want to wash and dry your bird pretty good. Make sure you dig out, the gizzards and everything. It's usually in a plastic bag inside the chicken cavity. Now, some people are a little squeamish when it comes to raw chicken. They need gloves. They need battle arm on me. I don't give a shit. All right, so here's our chicken, right? Woo! Okay, now, what you want to do is you want to find that backbone, right? Here's the back of the chicken. And you want to split this. Now, you could use kitchen shears if you want. Me, I like using Thor's steak knife, okay? And you just want to find that and just, there you go. And just want to give it a little pounding. Careful you don't cut all the way through, okay? And you just want to split that chicken open, okay? Same thing on the other side, okay? Just want to go right through the bones. Get that, there you go. See, it's pretty simple. If you do this enough times, you get used to it. Now, don't throw this backbone away, okay? This is good, we save this. Because what I do is I like to make stock with it, all right? So I save a bunch of these and there we go. And there's the backbone, like a savage, all right? What I do is I like to save, everything I remove from the chicken and then, basically make stock with it, all right? So you want to split this breastplate open here, okay? There we go, beautiful. Now, you want to remove all of this, the ribs, this breastplate, okay? And you're basically going to debone the whole chicken. What you want to do is you want to just, don't be afraid if you cut some of the meat away with it, okay? That's okay. Just be careful. You need a good sharp knife to do this, all right? And you just want to lift and just basically just get under the ribs, see? And just pull and slice. That's it. Just pull and slice. If you take some of the meat with you, it's okay because when you're making stock, you want it. It'll flavor the stock, okay? So spatchcocking a chicken is really not that complicated. Like I said, you do it enough times, you'll get the hang of it. And just be patient, okay? And the reason I'm spatchcocking this chicken is I'm gonna put this whole thing on the grill and it's gonna cook nice and flat and even that way, okay? So we're just gonna pull this bone out. Sometimes you gotta find the joint and just give it a crack, okay? There we go. See? And now, let's go from the other side. You want to preserve as much meat as you can. Now, you don't have to spatchcock it. I just like doing that because it just makes it easier to carve and eat. And you see this breast meat? Again, this is going to be stock, okay? And we got plenty of meat on this chicken. Now, chicken is completely deboned. I just left the drumsticks in and the wings. I take the tips off the wings because they burn. And I always like to leave the drumsticks in, but I did debone the thighs, which the thighs are a little difficult to do. So you gotta have a little practice there. Basically, you gotta butterfly the meat and break this joint and pop the bone out by hand. And there you go. So you got nice deboned thighs, okay? Nice deboned ribs. And then just we leave the wings and the legs on it because it also makes it easier to handle this, okay? You might want to feel around, make sure there's no little pieces of bone, but that's about it. And that's it. And our chicken is completely deboned, see? So, here's our chicken. Okay, all spatchcocked and deboned. And I'm gonna put a couple of ladles of my Bama sauce on here. Okay, just get all of that in there. And that's really it, because the rest of it we wanna save for basting. Okay, good to the last drop, you know? And like I said, this is really gonna light this chicken up. Okay. Okay, so you want to push the air out of it. And you want to massage it. Okay, you want to get the marinade all over this chicken. And it's just gonna chill out in the fridge overnight. I like to flatten it out as much as I can to get more service on it, okay? All right, there you go. Now a pasta salad. So I'm gonna mix this right in the pot. Why dirty another mixing dish? This pot's big enough. So I have my whole wheat pasta that I cooked and cooled. I just tossed it very lightly with some extra virgin olive oil so it doesn't stick. So first we're gonna season this, okay? So you want a good pinch of kosher salt, okay? I haven't seasoned it other than seasoning the pasta water. So a good pinch of salt. Okay, you want some fresh cracked black pepper. Lots of black pepper. It's good for you. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder. Okay. All right, maybe a little bit more than a little bit of garlic powder. We're gonna add some Italian essence. Okay, or whatever Italian seasoning blend you like. All right, so a little Italian essence. I'm also gonna add a little hot pepper to that because you know what? Sometimes you need a little heat in life, you know? So some hot pepper flakes. All right, give this a little kick. All right, just make sure all those seasonings are nice and incorporated. All right. Now, we add our ingredients. First, we're gonna start with a little chopped shallot, okay? Some beautiful fall tomatoes. They're all different colors. They're all nice and sweet. So I got about, I don't know, a little bit over a pound, okay? I'm gonna add some pitted Kalamata olives, okay, that I drained. For a little extra protein kick, I got some grilled chicken. I'm gonna add that to the salad, okay? And of course, some bocconcini, or little baby mozzarellas, all right? And there you go. And then you're gonna toss this all together very gently. As you can see, I could have used a bigger mixing bowl. Maybe this pot wasn't big enough. All right, and just give it a nice, just be patient with it. Just pull from the bottom. I mean, if you gotta use your hands, use your hands. Okay, just make sure they're clean, right? And there you go, look at this. Look how beautiful that salad is right away, right? With the whole wheat pasta is not, it's funny because you could never pay me to eat whole wheat pasta. And all of a sudden, I don't know what happened to me, okay? My taste buds changed. Now, I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil. Now I got somewhat tossed. You wanna add a little extra virgin olive oil. Don't be stingy with the olive oil, it's good for you, okay? Probably about a good quarter to a half a cup. The only thing I don't add to this is vinegar. If you wanna add a little balsamic vinegar after the fact, you can. Reason I don't add vinegar to this is because if you let it sit too long with the vinegar is going to break the pasta down and make it into like a moussaka. So, when you serve it, if you want to just right on top as you serve it, hit it with a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, balsamic vinegar or balsamic glaze, that would be fine, okay? But you want to keep your pasta al dente, so that's why I don't typically add vinegar to a pasta salad, okay? Oh my God, it smells amazing. Let's give it a little taste, huh? Make sure we got everything, you know, just nice. Come on, cooperate. We'll get some of these tomatoes here, a little mozzarella, a little pasta, chicken. All right. That's fucking gangster right there. So our chicken, as you can see, has been marinated overnight, and it's ready to go. This is a happy-looking bird right here. If you could smell this thing, it's just been sitting in mayonnaise and vinegar overnight, and it's just been getting happy. And what that's going to do is it's really going to tenderize the chicken, really make it juicy, and just a different flavor profile like you've never seen before. Before I throw it on the fire, I got my grill set up, which I'll talk to you about when we get outside. But before I throw it on the fire, I'm going to give it a little whistle of my Emerald's Bayou Blast Essence, which I'm running low on this stuff, so I'm going to have to make some more. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. I mean, this thing is pretty well seasoned. Okay, so we just want to give it a little whistle or something. And then we're going to lift this up and try not to destroy it when we flip it, okay? Look at this. I mean, this bird is just so happy. You can actually hear it gurgling in here, okay? Now, I'm going to obviously take it out of this pan when I throw it on the grill, okay? But I needed something to really hold this chicken, okay? So just for a little color, just a little of this Bayou Blast to give it a little extra punch, okay? And there you go. And now we're ready to put this on the fire. I got my chicken ready to go. Just one thing I want to point out. I inserted an oven probe, a temperature probe. This is one of those wireless thermometers. This is the first time I'm using it. I got this on Amazon. It's a pretty cool thing because it's got this little like pad, and you can sync it to your phone as well. It'll tell you, it'll monitor the temperature remotely, digitally. So hopefully it's accurate. I never really have good luck with these things. You want to roast it until it hits an internal temperature of 165 degrees, but you don't want to keep it on the grill till it hits 165 degrees, because by the time you take it off, it's going to dry out. See, common mistake most people make, especially when cooking any kind of meat, I don't care if it's beef, pork, poultry, turkey, whatever. Whatever your target temperature is, you want to take it off about 5 degrees before you hit it. So at 160 degrees, I want to take this chicken off. I'm going to rest it and tent it, and it's going to continue to cook. It's called carryover cooking. And it'll come up that other 5-6 degrees that we need to bring it to a perfect internal temperature. And that, it lets all the juices redistribute, and that's how you end up with a nice, moist, savory piece of meat. Okay, a lot of people always skip that, and it always ends up in a disaster. Now, what I was saying is, what's unique about this thing, it's got a smart setting. So if I put in a temperature, say chicken, right? It'll monitor the temperature until it gets to the pull-off temperature. So if I have it set for 165, it'll beep at 160 to tell me, take it off, moron, rest it, and it'll continue to monitor the temperature, so you'll see it go up. So I'm really excited to use this. I mean, it really got some good reviews, so I'll let you know. It's a little product review in between. So we got our chicken ready to go. Let's just put this to the side. Like I said, I probably used a little less than a cup to marinate that chicken. I got plenty of Bama sauce left over. I'm going to take a couple of little scoops here and just add it to my sauce pot, because I'm going to use this to baste the chicken halfway through the cook, okay? And the rest we could use for garnish. You don't want to use too much of that, just a little bit, just to kind of give it a little zhuzh, so it continues to stay flavorful. Here we are, we're at the pit. I got the grill set at 350 degrees. It's perfect. Now, ordinarily, I would love to do this over charcoal, because I love the taste of charcoal, and use the old kettle grill here, but it is during the week, and I don't feel like taking an hour and a half to get all the coals ready and then eat. I want to eat sometime this month, so I'm going to just use the old gas grill. But the way I have it set up is I turned half the burners on, and I'm going to put the chicken on the opposite side of the heat. So basically, it lets the grill act like an oven. Now, to mimic that nice barbecue smoke flavor that I normally would get from charcoal, I'm using a smoker box filled with wood chips. Now, these wood chips are Jack Daniel's wood chips, which is pretty cool. They're basically made from barrels that store Jack Daniels. Now, you know I love Jack Daniels, so this is going to give it a nice whiskey style oaky smoke, hopefully. It's my first time using those chips, but it is not my first time using a smoker box. Now, this is a unique thing for gas grills. It mimics that smoky barbecue pit charcoal kind of taste. Now, if you don't have a smoker box, don't freak out. I mean, I got this on Amazon, I think, for like $4 or $5, but you could get some heavy-duty aluminum foil, fill it with the wood chips, and just poke holes on the top of it, and just you put this right over the heat, and it'll start to smoke, and it'll permeate over the meat. You want to do this maybe like 20 minutes, okay? Because that's it. That's after that, it gets too smoky and it's not flavorful. So, like I said, I got the grill preheated to 350 degrees. And now we're going to toss our chicken. First, I'm going to put the smoker box right over here, right over the flames. And this is going to, eventually, it'll ignite it, and it'll start producing some smoke. In the meantime, I'm going to take my chicken, okay, thermometer and all. Let's see if I can get this in one shot here. And we're just going to throw this right on the grill directly, just like that, okay? Just make sure you got it flat. You want to pull those wings out. Okay, you can hear this thing sizzling already. Look at that, beautiful, okay? Get the thighs down. You want to do skin side up, okay? So it's gonna roast in here, and it's gonna get, hopefully the skin gets a little crisp on it, which it should, because this is mayonnaise. Just tuck your wings in, and you're good to go. Just shut it, and let the thermometer do its work. So while the chicken is cooking, I gotta just talk, first of all, if you could smell it, the smoke that's coming off of these Jack Daniel's wood chips, it's actually making me thirsty. It just smells oaky, and it's got that Jack Daniel's kind of like vanilla scent to it, which is gonna really just light this chicken up. And I gotta tell you, so far I'm pretty impressed with this meat probe, because it's got a dual thermometer on it. It's got an ambient temperature thermometer, which will actually take the temperature of the inside of the grill, which really gives you a very, very detailed idea as to what's going on inside your grill. You know, if the temperature drops a little bit, it'll let you know, so that way you could always maintain constant temperature. It's not like an oven, you know, you got to always play with it, especially if you're using a charcoal grill or a smoker. That's an absolute must-have. Okay, that way it takes all the guesswork out. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes, half hour. I think this thing's got enough smoke. I gave it a little bit of a baste. As you can see, the skin is starting to crisp up real nice. So I'm going to pull the smoke box off, because I don't want to smoke it any more than it already is. But just, it smells amazing. Just look at those chips, right? So this is pretty much good to go. Just going to slide that over here until it cools off. All right, yeah, let's let that cool off a little bit. And then we're just gonna let our chicken continue to cook. It's almost getting up to temperature. I mean, you wish you could smell this. It smells amazing. It really does. This chicken is gonna be just lights out. Lights out. I don't know why this looks grainy, maybe because it's getting dark out, but my thermometer just went off and told me I got like 4 minutes left on this cook. So it's gonna temper it up to 160, then we're gonna rest it. This chicken is just looking fantastic. I don't know if you can see this, but this looks amazing, and the skin got nice and crispy from the Alabama sauce. So when we get this inside, I'll give you a better shot, but oh my God, this chicken just smells amazing. I just wanna rip it off the grill and just shove it in my face. Look at that sexy chicken. Just listen to this, listen to the skin. You hear that? Nice and crispy. And then take a look at our beautiful whole wheat pasta salad. I cannot wait to carve this, plate it, and dig in, because I'm starving. Okay, so here we go. So now this has already hit 165, okay, because our thermometer went off and let us know that. So I'm just gonna go right down the middle. Just look at the juiciness of this chicken. You see that? Look at that. I mean, like here, a little piece here, okay? Just look at this succulence. You see that? Oh my God. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece of chicken right there. So I'm gonna do like half of this breast and thigh. Now I've deboned the breast and I've deboned the thigh. The skin's nice and crispy. So we got this cut into, I'm gonna just carve this leg off here. All right, we got the wing here. I'm just gonna, see? You got a nice piece of chicken breast there, and a nice piece of chicken breast here. This is gonna be delicious. I've been dreaming about this all night. Just look at that plate. Look at that plate, how gorgeous it is. I drizzled a little extra Alabama sauce on it. Now, first I'm gonna dig into the pasta salad, because I feel like the chicken is just gonna like put me into like food bliss. You gotta get a perfect bite, a little of everything, a little olive, a little onion, a little tomato, a little bocconcini, so a little bit. That's really good. That's a good, and a little heat from the hot pepper really just brings it home. That's a great summer salad. That's a great fall salad. Shit, you could eat that all year long. You know, it's healthy. You know, a little whole wheat pasta. And I think that's gonna play nice with the chicken. So I'm gonna dig right in to the breast. Skin's nice and crispy. Chicken's nice and juicy. So I get a little piece of that skin. There we go. That Bama sauce permeated right through that chicken. It's got the right amount of pepper. I used a lot of white pepper in that, which gives it a nice little heat in the back of your throat, but nothing obnoxious. The skin's got a nice crisp to it. Chicken is just super moist. You know, listen, they know what the hell they're doing in a barbecue pit in Alabama. So from my kitchen to yours, how's salud? Get out there and eat something, huh?